Hi, I'm Shayne Hollinger. Welcome into the Ranch Sitdown. Our guest today, Bronson Louis.
Hi there. Thanks for having me. I'm going to play this one real quick for you. This is another newer song of mine. This is called Worst of Fears, real quick for you. Steps to restitution, and nothing could ever do. You can't have enough your liking, and no words I say come true. Spitting all that anger just to let it all air out. You can't help but go and ask her what the hell we're fighting about. This cup is overflowing, but we'll keep sipping every drop. We're feeling like we're chatting, but won't let it reach the top. The worst of all my fears just keep rambling through my head. Can't recall what it was now, all the words I left unsaid. And now she's passing by the doorstep and wonders why she's here. Yeah, what's kept them holding so damn long? It's been back and forth for years. There's flashes and their memories, like the pictures in the night, and like the headlights passing by me and then fading out of sight. The air we breathe is burning, but the fire still rages on. The train we're on keeps rolling on, it goes faster till it's gone. The worst of all my fears just keep rambling through my head. Can't recall what it was now, all the words I left unsaid. She said, yeah, deep depression comes to surface, and it takes all that we've got. It leaves a broken, lonely carcass and leads us right back to the start. Them blue eyes filled with sadness into weathered, hunched souls. In the undisrupted bedside, here's all we've come to know.
Bronson Louis joining us on the Ranch Sitdown. Thank you for playing that, sir.
Thank you.
Fort Worth-based singer-songwriter. Your bio says you left the conventional blue-collar world to try music. What was it that you were doing in the blue-collar world?
I left a job working for AT&T. But blue collar I've done, handyman. Worked for a railroad company. We cleaned out train derailments. That was our bread and butter.
Oh,
So,
wow.
just hard work. My father
People don't realize how many train derailments there are.
it's amazing.
It's like every day.
It is. And
It's
so
the wildest thing. My dad works for UP, so like I hear a lot about that.
it's a wild world out there.
We don't talk about it on the news very
No.
often.
Well, they don't want nobody to know
Right.
about it either. There's a lot of money at stake with
Yeah,
that. So.
absolutely there is. That is. So do you feel like your blue collar background has kind of helped you with your songwriting, or do you use that background to help with songwriting, or are you trying to go completely different?
No, I definitely use it. I use so there's another song that's coming out. It's called "The Roads Traveled." We went anywhere for the railroad. But no, it's just it's relatable that way. I'm not gonna write something about going out and drinking every night and getting drunk kind of thing. There's a place for that, and I get that. But it's something that I don't do, and it's something that you won't probably hear from me.
That's
one
an
of these days.
overcrowded field in songwriting too. Let's be honest.
There's
There's a lot of
honestly,
that.
I've been seeing that more and more often. There's a formula to write with that. I've been known for like the love songs before. The first 3 songs that came out were love songs. One of them a breakup song. I guess you can call it like a love song still about being out of love. But no, I just write what my experiences are.
Mhm.
I feel like that's what makes the best song anyway. When people have those experiences, or when someone's got a really good story that they probably haven't told themselves, you can tell it for them.
Yeah.
So,
So so your songs, it sounds like, are not all just your life, but
um,
experiences around you.
so far, yes, it's
Yeah.
all about my life. I haven't dove into anybody else's experiences just yet. There was something I was writing for a time. A friend of ours had a really hard time with their marriage and
Mhm.
a really sticky situation. In any
Mhm.
case, I started getting into that, but I worked on these songs more that are coming out here shortly because I felt like those needed to come out first before I worked on anything else.
Do you find
So,
it hard to write the quote unquote fiction songs?
um, yes and no. I mean, there's really good stories. I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan. There's
Oh, me
fiction for
too. I just watched
that.
it this last weekend. Ain't gonna lie, the whole trilogy again.
You have to watch the extended edition too.
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
100%.
and The Hobbit. I got all of it. Yeah.
Right. There's a place for fiction, but I feel like when people listen to music, they're already having emotions. That's why they want to
Mhm.
listen to it in the first place.
Good point.
And that's you can only get so many emotions out of a fictional story that you could out of a real life story. You can put a lot more into that.
Right.
And so just being authentic with it is more so like
We
how
as fans hear that emotion coming out of you, though. That's the thing. When
Yeah.
when the song means something to you personally, we as fans will connect to that.
Oh, yes,
We
definitely.
absolutely will. You're in a very crowded and talented scene.
It is.
How do you get noticed?
Just grinding. You
Just
gotta-
grinding?
just
That's a good
gotta
way to
get
put it,
yourself
isn't
out
it?
there. I'm getting to that age now where it's getting harder for me to get out, and it's a young man's game for sure. But just getting out there and meeting there's so many great artists out here,
Mhm.
and just networking with people because we're all in the same boat.
Yeah.
It's of course I talk about the competition. It's not a competition, but then again there is a place
But you're
for
competing for people's attention
right.
and their ears. Yeah.
Right. And
Absolutely.
so how do you set yourself differently than anybody else? And I feel
Mhm.
like that's like, there's a voice or there's a story that only
Mhm.
you can tell that somebody else can't. They
Mhm.
haven't lived the same life as you have. And so there's definitely a place for all these other artists. Don't get me wrong. And we're all in the same boat. So with it. But just to get noticed, yeah, it's like social media game and everything else. I
Right.
mean, who's got time for that?
God, I
But you
hate
have to.
social
But you have to.
media.
You have to nowadays. My wife
Yeah,
tells me
you
that all the
have to.
time. So that's why I let her handle it.
Absolutely. So, like, how do you stay focused and motivated in this career?
That is a good question. To stay focused and motivated, it's knowing where you're gonna be later. If you keep thinking, I have a 15-year-old son. He's get down in the dumps when you're a teenager. You just
Mhm.
feel like your whole world is crashing down. It's
Oh,
like, oh, this
yeah.
is the worst day ever.
Everything's against you. Yeah.
But something I say, it's like, oh, it's the worst day so far. But but in any case,
So
we
wait
get
till tomorrow. It's going to
right.
be worse.
It could be harder. It's gonna get harder before it gets better.
Right.
And so that's what I feel like. It's you just grind. You know that nothing worth it is gonna be easy. It's gonna be
Mhm.
hard no matter what it is. And so I would have stayed with AT&T if I wanted the easy life with that.
Mhm.
It's harder for me now to do this, and everybody thinks I'm on vacation all the time playing music and just doing that. It's like
They've
no.
never been involved in the music industry.
It takes a lot out of you emotionally, physically. Sometimes I've gained weight. I've finally started losing weight.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's you just got to know where you're going to be at down the road rather than where you're at now. And so I think that helps with all that stuff.
Absolutely.
Keeps me focused. Yeah.
What is your approach to writing and creating a song?
For me, the music always comes first.
Does it?
I
Okay.
know that's backwards.
Everybody does something different.
Right.
It's a question I ask every artist on here, and I've never got the same answer.
Yeah.
It's always different for everybody, and it's very interesting to me.
There's people who are very lyric forward, and
Mhm.
I love that. But to me, when I listen to music, I'm listening to all the parts and
Mhm.
things. So I can come up with a tune or a riff or just something that I know that I like, and I'll put the words to that. If it doesn't work out for me, then you kind of mix those puzzle pieces together. But again, it's all with authenticity from my life and what I've gone through or what I've seen people go through
Yeah.
is what makes a song. I can't just make it up.
That's just wild. You can just start playing something on guitar and lines start coming to you.
Yeah, you got to put it on
That's
record
bizarre.
and just shift through. Like you got to kind of mix it through a little bit. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's a
I'm
whole
sure
bunch
the
of trash in
the
there.
first lines aren't great.
There's some mess ups. Everything you're
Well, I
watching.
rhyme with cat. Why am I singing about a cat?
Right. You got to filter through. It's going to be like an hour's worth long, and you're just like, hey, where are the good pieces, and
You
put
go
those
back
together.
and listen to that stuff.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like what? Where was
It's
I?
terrible. Oh yeah, you're looking at it and you're like, geez, and you're just kind of, throw that back or back to the drawing board for it.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff you got to sift through.
I can see
to
that.
find
I
it.
can see
For me,
that.
at least. Some people have the gift where they can just, it's gold coming out. So.
Absolutely. I love that you call your sound Americana Texas music.
Yeah.
I think that's a great term. Why for you is it not just Americana or just Texas music?
So I love this state. I love this city. There's gonna be a part of me where it's like, you already know the people, how this culture is in Texas culture. So we started, actually someone coined it Texicana. And just the places that I've been and where we're at, like, so we have a Texas Park State Pass that we go everywhere.
Yeah.
And so the places that we've been and everything that this great state has to offer, and just the sounds and just the people that you hear and those experiences, that's what goes into the music. That's why I call it that Americana Texas.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I'd love that term.
Yeah.
I'm totally going to steal it.
Oh, yeah,
Don't
Texicana.
think I won't.
There you go.
So, according to your social posts, it looks like you've been working on some new music.
I have.
That's really cool. Tell us about it.
Just finished up, had a 2-week-long process for the music. We wanted to take some time with this. Producer, his name's Greg Wyatt out of SG. A little shout out for you, bud. He's very creative, and of course, I get this all the time. It's like, I didn't think it was going to go in that direction, but when you did it that way, and he, of course, was open with me to explore where I wanted to go with things, he loved it. And so that's why we took that long time with that. There's going to be 6 songs on that one. So I'm doubling it up from the last time. I didn't want to go too far because I feel like if these are songs that I've worked on for enough and are comfortable with, you don't want to force something if it's too soon for all that stuff. So, but no, it was a great experience. It was stressful. It was hard work. But we went through it, and we had a lot of fun with it too. So I'm really looking forward to this one to come out.
I do like that we're in a time in the music industry now where we don't have to do 10 songs for an album or 12 songs for an album. We can do as many songs that are right for you.
Well,
It sound right. There's no filler anymore.
Right.
And that used to be the worst part for a band. Like, I love 7 songs and 3 of these are fillers.
Yeah.
Because I had 7 good songs, you know? Like, and now we don't have to do that anymore, and that's fantastic.
I've heard it once before from another songwriter where he was like, not every song's going to be a good one. But I think in my head, it's like, well, why not? Like, why can't it be, though? It's like,
let's just put out the good ones, and that's it.
if they're not ready, then they're not ready. Why, just what you say, why put a filler into all of it? Yeah, so why go through the trouble and then, of course, the expense of having to record everything?
Well, yeah, there's that, too. Like,
that's what's...
Some of these guys and gals just have expendable money lying around, I guess. I don't know.
Well, I'm definitely not one of them. I don't think there's a lot of people that do right now, but... yeah, I'm definitely not one of them, those people.
So, Bronson, what first got you interested in doing music? And
you hear that old cliches like since I was a kid, but I mean, I really did grow up. My dad was a photographer. He was taking pictures for Pat Travers and people, just the rock scene that was out there.
Yeah.
So we had a stage set up in the backyard of our home for one of their birthdays one year. So I was around musicians. They were constantly around them. I knew I wanted to do something just with sound, so I went into discover like live sound and just recording and got into that. I wanted to be a drummer originally, but parents said, nope, not about to bang on some drums in the house. Got me a guitar instead, and it sat in the closet for a couple of years before I was playing at churches or went to the churches and saw an 11-year-old who played every instrument you can think of. And I was like, well, if he can do it, I can.
Like, he's a kid. Come on, I can do this.
So I picked it up and forced myself to learn by my own. Never took any lessons with it. I just knew that music's a language that a lot of people can speak the same language with that. So it's universal with that. And just having that connection. I've always looked for like camaraderie. I was a firefighter for a few years too, but that brotherhood or just that weird connection that you get with people that you've never met before. You can sit in a guitar center or something, or a Matt Tone shop, and their guys are just sitting in there playing something. You can just start playing with them, and automatically they're like, "Hey, look over," and you get a smile or a thumbs up, and it's like, that was great. We loved it.
They're like, "How did you do that? Show me that lick." Yeah, like that's a cool thing about music. Like you said, it is universal.
Yeah.
It's amazing that you can see these bands that sing in English go overseas, and those folks don't even speak English,
no.
but they know every word of the song. Like,
yeah.
that's what music does for people.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy.
It does.
So what has been the most rewarding moment so far in your music career?
Just knowing that we can do this, the places that we've gone, and the fact that I get to take my family. We homeschool all 3 of our kids.
Oh, wow.
My wife and I, and they get to go places that I've never been to Big Bend State Park since I've lived here, and we finally did this last year, and they got to experience.
Incredible, isn't it?
It's like a foreign country.
It really, you're like, that's here? Wait.
But no, it's just the fact that they get to see it, and you don't have to hate what you do every day. So, I mean, I left the job when I knew that my wife was supportive of it, and I had family members that also was like, "Hey, you can do this." And if it wasn't for that, I would have stayed, obviously, with AT&T and sat on the couch and played covers. Just started writing music just over a year ago, and I've been, again, really new to the scene, but the fact that I'm getting enjoyment out of it, doing what you actually love to do, I'm showing my kids that every single day. And so they're going to get to know that you don't have to hate your job when you're older.
Right.
So, yeah.
So technically it is a vacation that you're on. That's what it is.
I guess you could. It's a working, state.
It's not a job if you love what you do.
Yeah,
that's that
definitely.
old saying. Absolutely. So your kids, 3 kids, homeschooled. Yes. How old are they?
The oldest is 15.
Okay.
My daughter is 8, and I've got a soon-to-be 7-year-old.
So you're learning that new math.
Yeah, that's weird. We don't teach it, so that's the beauty of being homeschooled.
Makes no sense.
Yeah, so we don't have to teach that. We don't have to,
I don't understand.
But I know of it, the core, whatever, Common Core.
Yeah.
Which is insane, to try to do that. It's like, this is not how obviously it's not how we learned it. It's
like, let me show you a really easy way. Well, we can't do that. Well, let me show you a really easy way that works.
And it's not how the kids are learning it either.
No,
because we have that ability to teach them other things.
Good, to teach them the right way.
We teach them the right way.
Bless you, Bronson. Thank you.
We're going to keep that generation still alive.
Some kids that know how to do actual math in the future.
That's right.
So how about one more song for us?
All right, we can do this one. So
tell us about what we're going to hear.
This is a song. I wrote this one, and it came from... Again, not everything is sunshines and rainbows or a vacation. I'm doing what I love, and I love what I do, but it's been a learning lesson throughout of it, and I still suffer a little bit with some things that go on just emotionally for me. And this is a song, coincidentally enough, I named this one I'm Okay, and it's a song about just a little bit of, I guess, some doubts that go on through your head, so... All right. This is going to be one of the ones that are coming out here shortly as well. These feelings in my head again, they stop me in my tracks. Keep pulling up inside of me, take me places where I'm not at. Can't shake it off my trail, even though I try. That's where I begin to fail. I know she knows, can't help it, let it show. And it takes me far, far away. So here I am again, with another ruined day. Good wishes for tomorrow, stay inside your lane, she says to me. Can't help the way I'm driving, it's all I know how to be. Remember days before I was behind the wheel, but still at the bottom of this hill. Keep driving up, just don't know when to stop. And it takes me far, far away. Don't want for nothing flashy, just pray that I'm okay. Just pray that I'm okay. But then again, it's not part of the plan. They want you to obey. Can't help the egocentric. Can't be more apathetic. Won't you be a little more sympathetic and pray that I'm okay? Just hope to be someday.
Very nice. Very nice.
Thank you
Bronson
very
Louis
much.
hanging out with us. This new music, October, is that what I saw?
October 10th is going to be our, I call it the post-party production.
Yeah, it's a-
post-production party.
It's a
Sorry.
pretty cool idea,
Yeah.
actually.
So we'll have it at the studio. You get to listen to all the songs, mastered, everything else there at the studio. We have some friends of ours from 589 Barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome barbecue out of
Good
Parker
stuff,
County.
yeah.
So they're bringing in Prime Rib and a few other friends of ours. One of them owns a cidery out in Saginaw,
Mm-hmm.
Anthonyum, and then a friend of mine at Keyworth Brewing is going to bring a couple kegs over. So
Oh,
we're
this
gonna
will be a fun little get-together.
So it'd be kind of cool. So that would be October 10th, and then the music will be up for sale immediately after that on the
Mhm.
website. We're changing it up a little bit, and so we're gonna not drop everything else until later on streaming platforms. But yeah,
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
we're not gonna do that just yet. We're gonna
It's a
do
novel concept for artists to actually get to sell their music,
that. Yeah,
like
and
the
so-
old days.
But I mean, y'all would be the first ones on the list. I want to make sure that the music gets out to some radio stations,
Mhm.
get that buzz going. But again, if someone wants to
Because
listen
our job
to it,
is to sell your music for you. That's
Yeah.
what we're doing.
oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I never thought about it.
Yeah,
that
that's
way.
what we're here for.
And so, but I love the new listeners. I love people to follow me and check it out. So the support's greatly needed from not just myself, from other local guys that you know that are out here playing.
Mhm.
Definitely support us. I mean, we're the little man's now, but you never know what you know.
You never know.
Yeah.
Absolutely never
so-
know.
And it is greatly appreciated. Like they say, shop small or small businesses.
Yeah.
Your dollar is going to go much further, and your support's going to go much further for
Mhm.
again the little man than the people with the labels and out there doing it. No offense to anybody,
Shop small, shop local.
Yeah,
That's it.
definitely that. So
Bronson Louis, thank you so much for chatting with us today, man. Been a pleasure. Cannot wait to hear this new stuff.
thank you for having me, Shane.
Thank you, bud.
Appreciate it.